What's up, guys? This is Quantae, and welcome back to, or not welcome back to, welcome to Let's Mess Around on Quantae World. I'm sort of doing another one of these simply because I have actually made a few changes to the game that I actually kind of want to show off. And so, yeah, I didn't really make too many changes like to stuff like this because I just thought it was unnecessary, but I did change the text boxes, like, that's a direct Symphony of the Night reference, pause the video if you want to see that. I don't want to end up reading text simply because people can do that, and I notice a lot of people get angry when, you're doing a Let's Play and you stop to read text. I don't see how you'd get mad at that, but it's like someone's reading it for you, and that just gives you all the more reason to be lazy, of course. I mean, who doesn't like taking a break? But whatever. So I didn't really make that many significant changes to this level. The only real big change that I made was taking out Yoshi, or at least the green one that was in this level, so that's why I don't have him. Simply just because I found that there's an oversaturation of Yoshis. Like, there are just, like, way too many. Like, you get a Yoshi in this level, and then right afterwards you get the Black Yoshi in the second level, and I left him there because Black Yoshi is just the best thing to ever happen to Mario Bros. X. But I didn't think they were both needed, so I removed a Yoshi in that level, and a couple more Yoshis in other levels, simply because I had Yoshis, too close together in levels. I mean, if the Yoshi just dispersed and turned into a 1-up, I'd be all for it, but they don't, and it turns into another Yoshi, and I just kind of found out redundant, for you to have to do that. I don't really know. I just thought there were too many Yoshis. I was over Yoshi happy, I guess I could say. And I guess too many people don't really use Yoshi anyway, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure. Everyone plays differently, and I can't really say that for everyone, but whatever. So a big number of changes that I made were just musical changes. A lot of the music that I used before it was just stuff that was already built into the game. Because I thought this, engine had a lot of music that I just kind of liked. But I figured it would just be better if I figured out how to get music imports to work correctly, and I sort of did, like, not to mention Super Talking Time Bros 2 has a lot of MP3s that I do like, so I used some of those and found some of my own and actually got them to work within the game, so I sort of personalized it more, and, it's a lot more enjoyable for me to play, I guess, because it's just like, I'm able to do everything I want to with it now. Not to mention, I'm still learning the ropes, so that's sort of cool. Like, I'm just learning newer and newer things every time I make more levels. And I still am working on this project. I mean, very slowly, mind you, but I'm still working on it. I don't work on it as much as I did, like, I guess a little bit over the summer. Like, summer had practically ended by the time I found Mario Bros. X, but, every time I'm just really, really bored and I have a lot of time on my hands, I usually just go in and, do stuff like this, like edit levels, and go back and edit, like, levels that I've already done before, or already made. Like this one, I sort of put a wall up there simply because I thought everything looked empty. And this little platform here, that I put up here, I didn't really notice before that you could actually swim all the way up, and then, like, it turned into like a tangible object that you could walk on, therefore making you get stuck up there and never being able to get down unless you were able to die by like a blooper or something. And I did fix that. I put blocks up here. You can't really see them, but now you can't swim to the top and do that. Man, you can probably see that if you watch H Black's playthrough of this. It's a lot less laggy, so you can watch that. But I have made a few changes since he made his video, and that's just the most massive lag ever. But whatever. Yeah, I have made a few changes to this, actually, since he made, his video on this, which wasn't too long ago. He did a Let's Mess Around on this for my birthday, and I've changed a few things, not too much, though. And yeah, that's exactly the same. I don't know why I did that, But this level is one of the ones that I actually changed significantly. I mean, even though the beginning of it looks the same, I actually added quite a bit more. Like, at least to the spot after this. Like, see, none of this was here before, if you watched the last Let's Mess Around on. And, oh, screw you, Black Yoshi. Even though you're technically white thanks to that whole talking time thing. And yeah, inspiration from the the shooter guys and Partners in Time. I don't remember what they're called. Boom guys. Yeah, that's what they're called. Whatever. But this, you know, you have to kind of find this on your own now. It's not hard to find. The pipe's in plain sight. But it just gives it a little bit more depth, I guess, so in order to find the secret exit and everything. You know, which is this star. And it's sort of weird, because I haven't really been able to figure out how secret exits work. I mean, that would be really helpful. You know, like, I know how to get secret exits to work, mind you, but not, like, to make, paths split up. You know, like, every time I put two paths together, they always both spawn after beating the level, you know. I want to make it so one path spawns when you get a certain exit, and then so on, like Mario World. But for some reason, that never works for me. And if it did, I'd just be the happiest camper, you know. Good morning, campers. But no, I haven't really figured out how to get that to work. And people have told me, but it just never works. I don't know, I kind of want to get a better in-depth explanation on how that works and everything. Because the world editor is actually, I don't know, like the first time I tried to use the world editor, I was just confused, and then it sort of got progressively easier. You know, just like the rest of Mario Bros. X, it's relatively easy to use, which is why I like it so much. You know, it's not like Lunar Magic. A lot of people say Lunar Magic is the easiest thing to use, and I completely disagree. Lunar Magic is kind of just like, it's not really something that you're able to use if you're a beginner, you know. Like, if you're a beginner, you can pretty much do anything you want on Mario Bros. X without having to worry about getting this, you know. You can personalize it to your will. And adding custom sprites is really easy, too. You can even make your own. Like, I know for a fact, 8's Black, I'm just gonna have to mention him so many times in this episode, but he actually put a person's head as a vegetable and, you know, made it in one of the levels, and it was pretty cool. But he's learned how to do a lot of stuff. You should check out his game, actually. It's getting good, you know. Looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do next. But yeah, Mario Bros. X, good engine. Good, jolly good show, boy. Jolly good show. And I'm probably gonna show off all of this, because I actually have like 5 worlds of this ready. Like, I've worked all the way up to World 5. I haven't made much progress on World 5. It's like a forest world, but I can't really think of many ideas for a forest world. Like, I think forest worlds in video games are usually cool, but I can't really think of any ideas for a forest world, so I'm just kind of stuck, you know? Like, stuck in a rock in a hard place. Like, I tried to make it so each individual level had its own theme, like this, you know, switch Goombas, you know, you hit the switch Goombas, and that was sort of like the highlight of the level, you know, you could trip yourself up, and stuff like that. But I wasn't really able to do very many creative things, I thought, with the forest world, and I'm kind of just stuck in a rut, you know, I don't really know. But yeah, I can pretty much blow through these levels, even with the lag, simply just because I know them so well. It's what happens when you make your own video games. You just know them better than the back of your head. Whatever. And so now, I actually changed the Toad House, or Saturn House, excuse me. I think this guy, yeah, he says the same thing, take anything you like. So let's do that. Ice flowers, and I'm gonna get one of these. Wait, come on out, you freaking idiot. There we go. And an ice flower, just because, you know, we're going to the castle. And I made it so you actually, you know, enter out of the Toad House. But I think this is relatively plain. I'm probably gonna add some stuff to it, but it's just like, you know, this random house in the middle of a plain, you know, it needs some grass and some other stuff. And I really need to change that name. It's still Castle 1, and I don't know why I named it Castle 1. Mainly because I didn't know what else to name it, you know. I guess Donut Castle, since, you know, there are a lot of donut lifts in here. And yeah, Rondo of Blood music. There's a lot of Castlevania music in this game. Now, I don't know, like, I've been playing Castlevania a lot, and I just like Castlevania music. And I think pretty much every castle in this game has Castlevania music in it now. So anything that, if you've played this and heard it before, you know, it's gonna be different, simply because it's just gonna be Castlevania. Because I just love my Castlevania music, of course. Even this is Castlevania music, you know, Castlevania Chronicles, trying to make the boss battles a little bit more epic. And yeah, If I figure out how to get layers to work correctly, though, I'm definitely going to change that and actually make it a bridge, instead of you having to hit that switch Goomba and stuff like that. And this is something I still need to fix. You're supposed to be able to go down that pipe and go back to World 1, but for some reason it doesn't really work as an exit. But yeah, so that'll be all for this video, and in the next one, I'm going to be doing World 2. Almost like I'm doing a complete Let's Play of my game, only messing around on it, I guess. I don't really know. I'll just see you guys later.